Have you ever wondered why Delhi-NCR continues to struggle with severe air pollution despite multiple restrictions, odd-even schemes and GRAP measures? Well, the Government of India has now approved a massive 9,585 crore scheme that could fundamentally change the transportation landscape of Delhi-NCR. Under this plan, more than 2 lakh old trucks and buses could be replaced with cleaner BS6 vehicles and electric vehicles. But here is the interesting part. This is not just an environmental policy. This could become one of India's biggest commercial vehicle modernization program, creating massive opportunities for electric vehicles, charging infrastructure companies, fleet operators, vehicle manufacturers, and financiers. In today's video, I will break down the scheme in detail, explain who benefits, who loses, and what it means for India's EV and clean mobility future. I am Chetan Pathak and you are watching the Chetan Pathak vlogs. Let's get started. First of all, let us understand this scheme a little better. And before understanding the scheme, what is the real problem statement? According to studies cited by the government, transportation contributes significantly to Delhi-NCR's air pollution. The transport sector contributes approximately 14% of PM2.5 emissions, 40% of carbon monoxide emissions, and 63% of nitrogen oxide emissions. Now, here is the shocking statistics. Trucks and buses account for only about 3% of the total vehicle population, yet they contribute around 36% of transport-related PM2.5 emissions. Think about that. A very small number of vehicles are causing a disproportionately large share of pollution. That's exactly why the government has decided to target older commercial vehicles rather than focusing only on passenger cars. This approach can deliver much bigger environmental benefit with fewer vehicle replacements. Now, let's understand the Union Budget has approved, Union Cabinet has approved a 2-year scheme with a total outlay of 9,585 crores. The scheme will be implemented through NCR Planning Board, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, and state governments of Delhi, Haryana, Rajasthan, and Uttar Pradesh. This coordinated approach is important because air pollution does not respect state boundaries. A truck entering Delhi from Haryana or Uttar Pradesh contributes equally to pollution. Therefore, a regional solution is necessary. The scheme targets approximately 1.91 lakh trucks, more than 16,000 buses, together covering over 2.07 lakh commercial vehicles. Why old vehicles are being targeted in this scheme? The government has highlighted another important finding. One pre-BS heavy commercial vehicle can emit pollutions amounting to around 14 BS6 vehicles. Even a BS4 vehicle emits nearly 2.7 times more pollution than a BS6 vehicle. This means replacing one older truck can have a pollution reduction impact for greater than replacing several passenger vehicles. This is why policymakers believe fleet modernization can produce immediate air quality improvements. Now, in this scheme, who all are eligible? This scheme mainly targets BS3 trucks and buses, older vehicles beyond BS3, selected BS4 commercial vehicles. For BS3 and older vehicles, scrapping is mandatory already. For BS4 vehicles, owners may either scrap the vehicle or sell it outside Delhi NCR to non-NCAP towns. The replacement vehicle must be BS6 compliant or electric vehicle. This provides flexibility for fleet operators while ensuring cleaner vehicle within NCR region. Biggest news for the EV industry is that, so now let's talk about the most important provision which has been made by this scheme. In Delhi, light good vehicles will have to move towards electric mobility. Additionally, buses will need to be either electric or BS6 CNG. This is a major policy signal. Instead of simply encouraging electric vehicles, the government is creating a direct demand pipeline. This means stronger business opportunities for electric truck manufacturers, electric bus manufacturers, charging infrastructure providers, and fleet operators. Companies like Tata Motors, Ashok Leyland, Mahindra, Montra Electric, and charging network providers could benefit significantly. For charging infrastructure companies, this could create demand for depot charging, fleet charging, highway fast charging. This is exactly the kind of anchor demand the charging ecosystem had been waiting for. What benefits will vehicle owners get? So from the consumer standpoint, now let's discuss the incentives. The government has included multiple financial support measures. First, interest subvention. For example, a vehicle owner can receive up to 5% interest subsidy for 5 years. Imagine taking a vehicle of 25 lakh truck loan if you get. If your interest rate is 10%, a 5% subsidy can dramatically reduce your financial burden and cost. Second, the fuel vouchers. Owner can receive monthly fuel vouchers worth up to 4,800. This is interesting because most schemes focus only on vehicle purchase cost. This is one of the most important aspects, that this time operational expenses are also being taken care of. Third, EV incentives and certificates. The scheme also includes additional EV support mechanism and provisions for certificate trading. This could potentially evolve into a market-based environmental credit system in the future. Now, coming to the fourth and most important, that is the tax benefit. The state government may offer registration fees waiver, up to 100% motor vehicle tax concession on new vehicle, up to 50% concession on used vehicles. For commercial operations, these savings can be substantial. Well, fifth, OEM discounts. Vehicle manufacturers, particularly participating in the scheme, are expected to provide around 8% discount. For a 30 lakh truck, that could mean saving of approximately 2.4 lakh. When combined with all other incentives, total benefits could become highly attractive proposition for the new vehicle buyers in this segment. Well, what does it mean for the entire industry, transportation industry? Let's look at the larger economic impact. If even a large portion of these vehicles get replaced, the market opportunity could exceed 50,000 crores. Beneficiaries could be vehicle manufacturers, banks and NBFCs, charging companies, scrappage centers, and then component suppliers. And one of the most important aspects is battery manufacturers will also benefit from this ecosystem, who are supporting the EV ecosystem. This is why many industry stakeholders are closely watching this policy. For the EV ecosystem, it may become one of the most important commercial vehicle demand drivers in India. Now, with this opportunity, there will be also challenges which we need to watch out for. Of course, implementation won't be easy. Some key challenges include availability of charging infrastructure, affordability of electric trucks, state level implementation consistencies, scrappage ecosystem readiness, financing supports for small fleet operators. Another concern is pollution migration. Some BS6 vehicle may simply move to smaller town outside NCR. That improves NCR air quality but may shift pollution elsewhere. Further, national level policies may eventually address this issue. Well, the final analysis and summarization of what we have heard in the last few minutes is, my assessment is that this scheme is much more than a scrappage policy. It's a large-scale commercial vehicle transition program. It combines air pollution, fleet modernization, EV adoption, industrial growth, financial support, ecosystem, and above all, a digital governance has to be ensured on top of this for this entire scheme. If implemented successfully, it could become a model for other major urban regions across India. And perhaps, most importantly, it sends a strong signal that India's clean mobility transition is now moving beyond passenger vehicles and entering the commercial transportation segment. That too, heavy commercial vehicles being replaced with respect to the electric trucks and buses, which are right now in the discussion. That is where some of the biggest decarbonization opportunities exist. What do you think? Will this 9,585 crore scheme transform Delhi-NCR's air quality? Will fleet operators embrace electric vehicles? Or do you think infrastructure challenges will slow down adoption? Share your views in the comments below. If you found this analysis useful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the Chetan Pathak vlogs. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.